Average people, they get presented with a challenge or the problem, and the first thing that average people ask themselves is, how do I do this?
Yeah.
How do I do this? It's always, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? Successful people,
I think you find a different mentor based on where you're at and based on where they can help you. Maybe you pay for one, but maybe someone will tuck you under their wing once they see you put in the work. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of wondering, what are your thoughts now, retrospective, like when you say that, like, would you have done it once you would have gotten enough under your belt to be like, hey, I think I need help?
You always have to do the due diligence. You have to do the research. You have to figure out generally what business model that you want to pursue. Mm-hmm. And then once you have a general idea of what you want to do and how it's going to look and how it's going to smell and how you're going to operate it, now you start to look for mentors who have achieved that or have some unique skill set or knowledge that can help you expedite the process. So you have to know what you want and then go find someone that's done that before. Because a lot of times I'll tell people they waste a lot of times on these $10 an hour problems. If you go pay someone that's charging you $500 an hour as a mentor and you're asking them how to solve $10 an hour type person jobs, like you're just killing yourself, like you're wasting your time. And a good mentor will be like, dude, you're wasting my time. This is a $10 an hour problem. Like, go hire a VA, a virtual assistant, go hire an administrative assistant, go hire a designer. These are like $15 an hour problems. You're paying me $500 an hour to solve a $15. So the logic starts to happen, and they're like, "You're right. I should have looked at the skill set required, or the knowledge required to solve this problem." Because here's the thing, Ruben, is that average people, they get presented with a challenge or the problem, and the first thing that average people ask themselves is, "How do I do this?
Yeah.
How do I do this?" It's always, "How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this?" Successful people, who do I know that can do this? Who do I know that I can hire to do this? Who do I know that has a collaborative or a network that can make this happen? And then once they know the who, then the how question comes, right? It's not the first question. So that's very important. It's a distinction I had to learn on my own. Now, if I get it, if you're sitting there and you don't have a lot of money, hopefully you have a lot of time. Because you can have time or money, and when you're first getting started, you may not have a lot of extra money. So you have to do things on your own. You have to figure stuff out. But as soon as you start to make yourself some money, don't get greedy and start paying yourself right away, especially if it's a side hustle. Like, take that money, that profit, roll it back into the company, start building it, starting to grow it a little bit. It starts to be like the snowball going downhill, starts to grow and grow. And don't pay yourself right away. If you don't need that income, don't be blowing it on stupid stuff. Because soon enough, you'll have enough saved up to go hire that $10 an hour problem.